Now, what do we have here? Another droid. You guys know how much I love droids. We are going to take a look at the Best Buy exclusive Sphero R2-Q5 in this video. I know a lot of you are probably Spheroed out with the whole R2 mania that happened about a month or so ago. This is going to be interesting. Denobi2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. I was not impressed by the look of the R2-D2 Sphero. I was very impressed with the technology and the interactiveness of it. Everything except the look. I got tempted by this because A, it's a droid, and I thought they did a really good job as far as appearance when it came to portraying R2-Q5. It's really not that hard to portray R2-Q5 because it's shiny black, you know, kind of chrome, but not chrome. He's just super shiny black. I mean, he was, you only saw R2-Q5 in Return of the Jedi background, and he is a Death Star droid. So that's the only place you ever get to see R2-Q5. And obviously, it's a repaint from the R2 series. But nonetheless, this is really meant as more of an Imperial droid. And one of the things that I had to do a little bit of research on was I was a little bit scared if Sphero, they were just going to take a R2-D2 unit and just repaint it and call it, hey, this is the R2-Q5 droid. But no, they really went all out. I did a little bit of digging into this, and this is what it looks like for you folks if you're wondering. This is R2-Q5 as it was seen in Return of the Jedi. So this looks very as close as to the film as possible. Again, the R2-D2 Sphero I did not get because I thought it looked very toyish. I guess that's the word I want to use. It looked like a toy, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is a toy. We collect and we play with toys, but I was very specific that if I was going to collect a R2 unit from the Sphero line, that I wanted it to blend in with the current 1/6 scale Hot Toy droids and the sideshow that I have. It's very simple to operate. I've already downloaded the app, and I was very blown away because I did a little bit of behind the scenes research. R2-Q5 does have his own personality. It is not a recycled R2-D2 personality, if that makes any sense. This is a different droid. As BB-8 is its own droid, R2-Q5 is its own droid with its own beeps and whistles, and it even sounds very different. I like that. I like that I'm getting a completely different droid. Again, that was one of my biggest fears. Like, R2-Q5 is just a repaint, and they're probably just going to recycle a lot of the toots and whistles from R2-D2, but they did not. This is its own droid, and that's what I like. It even sounds different. The app sounds different from what I've seen from other folks. Again, I don't have the R2-D2 Sphero. I didn't buy it. But this jumped out at me again for the appearance, for its personality. It is completely different droid. Very fun to use. If you guys haven't jumped in on the Sphero bandwagon, these things are a lot of fun. These things are just a lot of fun to play with. And I'm going to be quiet here so you can kind of hear it. Using the app, it is very sensitive. I kind of wish you can kind of throttle back the speed on it to kind of give it more of that droid look and feel to it. But again, if you can hear, listen, if you can hear carefully here. And you see that's cool. Because that is not R2-D2. That is R2-Q5. Its own personality, its own features. That's what makes this cool. That's what, I guess, justifies the price. I didn't jump at the expensive $200 Best Buy price. I ended up getting this as a Black Friday incentive, so I did save some money on this. I mean, it's just neat. Obviously, that's one of the features that R2-D2 has in Sphero, but it's cool that they brought it in and kind of gave it its own personality for this one here. This is neat. This is really a really cool toy, and I think it does a really good job of blending in with the other 1/6 scale droids I have. And if you can see in the background, I didn't really... you can see I have the Sphero BB-8 with the Hot Toys BB-8, and I think they missed the opportunity not making these just a little bit bigger into the 1/6 scale, because I think they could have catered to more of a broader audience. And again, I'm sure there's folks out there who've taken the liberty of customizing and painting these to make it a little bit more realistic. To me, that doesn't really matter to me, just because I think the Death Star droid R2-Q5 looks really well. And this is a little cool feature here. This is a exclusive augmented reality little game that's only exclusive to this droid, which you can only access, which is one of their, I guess, incentives to get you to buy it, because every droid has its own augmented reality feature where you can kind of experience their environment, or I guess the environment that these droids are really meant for. And because this is a Death Star droid, you get the opportunity to, I guess, visit a augmented reality of the Death Star Emperor's Tower, I guess is what I want to call it. I'm sure it has a different name, but this is really neat. They really did a good job on this. And you can have the droid watch the film with you, and I don't honestly care about that about that feature there. I'm just more interested in its look and its feel and its playability. I mean, this is a fun little droid. I think when I stand it against the other droids I have, it does a decent job. You can obviously tell it's a little bit smaller. Again, I think they missed an opportunity here. They should have made it a little bit bigger, or at least catered more to the 1/6 scale. I think they would have sold more, but I'm sure they have their reason as to why they chose this specific size. And it's not like they're advertising R2-Q5 as a 1/6 scale product. This is just their Sphero line. I know there was I know there was big debate when BB-8 first came out, Sphero, and if it would blend in with Rey and 1/6 scale, and it didn't. I thought the Sphero BB-8 looked very childlike, and it looked like a toy. And when you stand up against a 1/6 scale Hot Toys figure, it just doesn't look right. This, I think, you can get away with. I think the R2-Q5, when it's positioned just right and blended in with the other droids, it looks right. It kind of looks like it could fit in. Again, I'm happy with it. It's really nice. So, like, subscribe, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about this. Again, Sphero's not for everybody. I have seen a lot of 1/6 scale collectors out there jump on board with this, and it's neat. It's, you know, it's Star Wars fever at its finest.